Behold me in glasses. Rare. So I'm gonna have like a little art tour of my home. I'm gonna do it in two parts. I don't know if the other one will be next week or when it'll be. Probably just another slow vlog week like this one, where I didn't really get up to much on the weekend and stuff. And I already made this video once, and it was like over 20 minutes long. I was like, yeah, let's cut this down so that I can actually do it properly. So anyway, I just wanted to show you some of the decor and art that I have in my place, because some of it is by local artists who need some support, or I would like to give them some support. So yeah, I just thought we'd do a little tour of my place and the art that I have. Visual art, like traditional visual art, I guess. Why don't we just do that and get dizzy? We're going to start here. So this is a piece called Smile. It was by a student that I had named Ashley. And I'm going to give people social media and stuff when I do have it, because, you should go support these people. But yeah, she's local Lethbridge artist, just up and coming right now. I really am enjoying her work a lot, and I'm excited to see what she does in the future. I realize that the shadows are like playing off this so much I'm in the way. But yeah, this piece called Smile, I loved it, so I was like, I really would like to buy this. Please let me buy this from you. And she let me buy it from her. So yeah. I don't know how much I want to go in depth of like meaning of pieces, so maybe I won't really do that. I think if you look at this piece long enough, maybe you'll figure out some meaning. But besides the concept of the piece, I just love the execution of it a lot. We use spray paint for like the kind of galaxy stuff, and some drawing materials and acrylics for these figures, and I think some ink as well. It was just this cohesive piece that really came together, and I was just like, I liked the concept of it as well. So anyway, there's definitely more stuff in this style that they've done, and other things that have nothing like that aren't like this style at all. But a lot of their stuff was using spray paint. They really enjoyed it and started to get really good at it, which is awesome. I'm glad that I could like show someone that medium and how you can use it very well in your artworks. So anyway, so her social media is convey_connections. That's her art account, and you can find stuff there. Like I said, local to Lethbridge, up and coming artist, still in high school, that I really enjoy. This is this is Kurt. I've had him since like I was 18, and it was the first piece of decor I think I ever bought for like when I moved out. So that's been around a long time, and I've taken that from place to place to place to place. That's not really what we're talking about here today, though. Okay, so there are two pieces of art that I have made that are in my abode. I've had people ask me before, like, oh, like, is this all your stuff? I'm like, no. And for the longest time, I never had any of my own art in my house ever. When I was living with my ex, there's a painting I made for her that she had up. There was something that she wanted in the living room, and I was like, okay, fine. And then like there was a self-portrait that I did for my BFA exhibition, and she wanted that up, and I was like, that's weird, but whatever. So at that point, I had a whole bunch of my art, and it was like, at first it was really uncomfortable. I just don't like put up my stuff generally. But this is 2008, and this is the first abstract piece that I ever made. So I came out of doing graffiti and then got into, I still stuck with legal graffiti, and I was doing that on canvas and whatever. A little bit earlier than this, but I transitioned into abstract. I did this in the trunk of my car with spray paint and my fingers. There's this FK stencil as well. So the piece is called Fatal Kiss. It's from 2008, which is 11 years old, and I originally had this up for sale for a very long time, and then I realized, you know what? This hasn't sold, it probably won't sell, and I'm glad that it won't sell because I love it. And it's not just the symbol of this being my first abstract piece, because abstract is definitely what I am. If I'm known for anything, I guess it's abstract, and it's what I work in the most. But I really do like it. I like the colors. I love the motion and textures and everything. I really enjoy this piece. It was done on this, like, it used to be like a TV stand. Like, there's these grooves in here and stuff. So it was like a shelf for like a TV stand, and I just painted on it. So yeah, that's like the very first abstract I ever made. And that's that piece. So that's one thing that I probably will keep in some space of mine forever, whether it's at a studio space or in my home. This is my friend's grandma's. Um, he didn't want it. Like, he got it as a gift and didn't really want it anymore. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll keep it. At this point, I didn't really have any other. I didn't have much art before. The reason I'm doing this too is because only in the past year and a half have I started really collecting more art for my own house. And instead of just making it, but just like supporting other people and also just appreciating more art in my home. But yeah, I don't know. There's like some nice little textures in here and like in the mountains and stuff. And I don't know. I just liked the textures of it. Was really the only thing. It's a really plain landscape. Their grandma's more of like a hobby, like painter than an artist, by their own admission, I believe. But yeah, it was just this thing that they didn't want, and I was like, oh, I'll take it. Like, I'll hold on to that for a little bit, and so I did, and there it is. I don't really have much in the kitchen. I mean, there's this that my mom brought back from Chile one of the last times she went, and yeah, that's a little guy there. Move on to don't even know my own light switches. This doesn't have a name or an artist. But my ex was going to, this is when, after we were already broken up or whatever, I was at her place just hanging out, and she was going to paint over this. So, she got it somewhere, and she said she was going to paint over it, and I was like, whoa, no you're not, I'm keeping this. I'm taking this home with me, please. It is an original work, it's not a print. I don't know where she got it. I think she told me, and I just forgot. But I really love, first of all, again, the textures, because I'm all about texture. But these birch trees remind me of Calvin and Hobbes. That's why I got it. I love Calvin and Hobbes, and these birch trees are just done in a similar way that Bill Watterson drew his birch trees. They're just loose, and I really liked it. It's perfect washroom decor because it's just pretty plain, and it's not very challenging, put it that way, or a conceptual work. And I don't know, it's just this nice little piece of decor that I was like, oh yeah, that'd be perfect. I would love to have that. It reminds me of Calvin and Hobbes, and that makes me happy. So that's that one. This was just a study. I wish that I had her social media. It was a student that I had who's an amazing artist, mostly works in digital medium, and the stuff she makes is just off the hook. But she had to do some other stuff that was not just digital, and she hated doing anything she didn't want to do, which is kind of how I feel and always felt. If I don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it. And it's really difficult for me just to feel motivated. But anyway, she made this little study, landscape study, and she absolutely hated it. And I was like, this thing is so cute. I was like, it's really cute. I like the colors and everything. This is for one of your first times painting ever. I'm like, this is beautiful. And so I was like, I'm keeping this. She was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I really do like it. It's just a study, but I like how loose the clouds are. There's this little bit of the sun that kind of fades out. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. It's just this loose little landscape study that they didn't think was worth snot, and I like it. So I got to keep that. It's really dark in this hallway, so I'm going to take this piece. This is where this piece resides, but I'm going to take this over here so we can talk about it. Talk about it in the white light. Check that out. Okay, so again, another student. I bought this piece off of a student. His name is Wade. He has social media, and I know what it is, but it's a personal account. It's not an art account, so I'm not going to share it. But this I don't remember the title of this piece now, but it's not like it's your fault. So this is acrylic. It was made for this. If I remember the assignment, it was combining a different artist style with yours. So I think this was Gerard Richter that he wanted to try his style out and was scraping layers away. I love Gerard Richter, and it was someone that he just I must have introduced him in class. I just don't remember in what context. But anyway, this is a very emotional piece. As much as Smile is a very conceptual piece too, and I feel you can get a lot out of what that's trying to say, and it definitely can be really heavy. this weighs heavier on me. Just, I don't know, it's just the way that it's painted and stuff, and the concept. Just, if I look at it too long, like, I get sad. Like, it conveys that very, very well. And yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I bought this from them as well. Just like, I had to. I was like, I need this, please. Like, can I buy this from you? And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just beautifully, beautifully done. The amount of layers, the scraping away, there's all these textures from just carving into the canvas a little bit with all these layers that have kind of been on there. Yeah, just the beautiful textures that were made, and the use of everything. I mean, the use of color, the textures, how loose it ends up being. I really don't know how detailed the portrait was at first, and then by scraping away where he got, but he got it to such a beautiful place where, like, yes, we can infer that there's a nose here. We know that these are eyes. You know, we know ears are there. There's this wound of a mouth that still exists. But I mean, just the use of color was brilliant, I thought, as well, and just like the looseness, and different aspects that are here. Like this yellow, I really love. This red, I love in the neck. The blue for the hair is just beautiful. I love this piece. I love it so much. It actually used to be, when I was living with my ex, I had it there because I bought it that long ago, and she was like, this really creeps me out, and I don't want it in the house. And I was like, okay, fine. So I took it to the studio, and it was there. And as soon as we broke up, I was like, hell yeah, I got to take this home now and have it in my house all the time and not just at the studio. Anyway, I love this piece. That's all I'm going to share with you today. I have a lot more art and decor in my bedroom, so we'll talk about that some other day. But I will say, there's so much student art that I loved. I mean, I couldn't just buy it all, and some of it was digital, so I couldn't really, like, buy it per se and hang it up in that way. And there's just a lot of students that I've had so many amazing students that put out amazing work. Again, I couldn't afford to buy all the art ever, and some of it they didn't want to sell, and some of it actually other people at the school bought. So that was really great. Other people like saw when we showcased the art, and other like teachers and admin were like, I really want this, and I was like, okay, well, ask her how much she wants for it. So anyway, yeah, there's definitely, like I said, so many student art that I wish I could have bought, and there's some that were just amazing in concept, or they were 3D art or whatever, and yeah, they're like huge, so I couldn't even be like, oh, I want this in my house. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to have just amazing students that produced amazing work that inspires me and that I learn from and that I just love looking at, and it just like, yeah, I've been fortunate. So anyway, not all of this has been student work, but that's one of the focuses and themes of work that I have in my place. So that's it for this first installment of Art House Tour. I don't know what to call it. House Art Tour. I don't know what happened there. I didn't really hit anything. My rear wheel completely went out of alignment and is rubbing hard. I don't think I've ever had to do on the trail maintenance before, so hopefully no one comes along. Oops. Little life update. The school year has started. I have not found any work in Alberta or Saskatchewan. Still have my BC teaching certificate under processing, I guess. That's gonna take months, apparently. So yeah, I'm in Lethbridge still, and I am just back on the sub lists. And today, what I'm doing is just going out to different schools, handing out business cards, so they know I'm still available as a sub, and hopefully I'll get a decent amount of calls, so I won't be in a horrible financial position like I was for part of the year last year. Too much of the year last year. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today, and that's where I'm at with teaching and work and stuff like that. There's this part-time receptionist position at CASA, which is an art gallery here in town. It's evenings and weekends, which is absolutely perfect for me, because if I want to stay on the sub lists and I want to be subbing, and then I can be doing that as guaranteed income, and it doesn't interfere with me taking any calls for subbing. However, I applied for the job when they first posted it, which was like a month ago, and I never got a call back. And they posted it again, which means for some reason, I guess whoever they hired didn't work out. So I applied again. So hopefully I get that, because it would be fantastic. I would just love that. Anyway, that's it for today. Just on the road, going out of town a little bit, to some different schools, doing some different schools in town. I just have a bunch of business cards with, yeah, ready to hand out.